Coming to you from the wild, wild western side of San Antonio.
Yep.
It's the Smokin Gunz Podcast.
Sure is.
I'm Philip Higginbotham. I am joined, as always, by R.C. Woods.
Hello, everybody.
By Leo Yamas.
Hey, guys.
And we are not joined by somebody that we kind of promised.
We said someone that rhymed with Darcy Mace.
Darcy Mace. Marcy Grace.
Marcy
Grace.
Aw.
She's not here.
Marcy Grace is not with us. She is going to be at some point.
Yep.
But you know what? It's a COVID world, and sometimes things just happen and keep people from doing what they planned on doing. So we weren't able to put that together this time. We will soon. So we went with somebody that looks almost exactly like Marcy.
We got a look-alike.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did.
Very similar. It could be twins.
We decided, we reached out, short notice. Thank you for dropping by.
Yes, thank you.
We got the premier semi-pro offensive lineman in all of the country, really. Is that the case?
Right?
William Richardson, Boss Hogg. How you doing?
Woohoo!
How's it going?
We're doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Training and eating healthy, doing what I got to do.
So let's start somewhere, William. You go by, we've had you on the show already. We've talked about this once before. You go by Boss Hogg.
Yeah, that's what they call me on the field.
Okay.
Like, we'll just be doing drills, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, Boss Hogg.
Because I'm not going to lie, in my mind, Boss Hogg is like a doughy white man with a white
Big
suit
white hat.
and a big white Stetson.
Well, actually,
How did it come about? Why did they call
I
you
had a
that?
coach in high school, and he actually started that up. He called me that, and next thing I know, I ended up getting the tattoo on my back, Boss. It says Boss in big, bold letters.
Gotcha.
And everybody just called me Boss Hogg from there.
I'm surprised you even have your shirt on because most of the videos I see you don't even have a shirt on.
Man, we're going to get into all kinds of stuff
We
today.
haven't been 10 minutes in, RC. You're trying to get him to take his
I am
shirt
not.
off.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my
It's
goodness.
taking a weird turn here.
So let's start in a different place. Tell us where you're from originally.
Okay, well, I'm from New Orleans originally. I moved to San Antonio after Hurricane Katrina
Okay.
in 2005.
All right. And so you grew up here ultimately in the San Antonio area. Where'd you go to high school?
Pretty much, I grew up here in San Antonio. I ended up going to Davis Middle School, and I don't know if you're familiar with the East Side, but it's right across the street from Sam Houston High School.
Okay.
So from 7th grade, I was actually a little chunky kid back then.
What?
And, yeah, I was real chunky, and I used to get teased a lot in middle school. So 7th grade, I said, I'm done with it. I'm tired of getting teased, picked on about my size. I'm going to work out. And from that day in 7th grade, I worked out every single day when I was in high school and in middle school in 7th grade. And I would work out and just train. The coaches knew me from 7th grade at Sam Houston, and I saw the players that were there, Quincy Russell, Javante McGee, these All-Americans that I looked up to. So I would see them getting colleges, come up there, see them and talk to them, and I would meet some of the coaches. And I said, that's where I want to go. I ended up going to Sam Houston High School, coached by Gary Green and the offensive coordinator, great offensive lineman coach, David Caldwell. And they coached me up and they showed me the ropes of a great work ethic. And I just continued to train, and I excelled great at the offensive line on that team.
Okay.
Graduated in 2014.
Okay. So outside, once you finished high school, did you go anywhere else? Did you go off to college
I ended
to
up
play? Or
going
did
off
you?
to college up in Nebraska. I originally had a scholarship for Nebraska, but it was conditional. And
Okay.
they needed me to – I was always – in high school, I did what I had to do on the field, and that took most of my time and efforts. So the grades, they weren't where it needed to be at first. And then I started working on them. And Nebraska, they wanted me to go somewhere and prove that I can remain eligible and do what I have to do. So I ended up choosing to go to Concordia University of Nebraska, since it's only 30 minutes away from Nebraska in Lincoln. So I went there. I excelled with them. The coach, he loved me. I ended up breaking the school's record for squats. I got 685 for 5 reps.
Wow.
And
I can do that.
We should try to do that again. We should have a contest, all 3 of us. Let's see how many squats we can do.
Without any hesitation, you can do that.
I can do that.
I can do that.
Let's put some money on that, Philip. Let's put some money.
Oh, man. But, yeah, I love the environment up in there in Nebraska. Everywhere I would go, I would still hang out with some of the players from Nebraska since I planned on going there. And it was just – it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love the people there. They're great people up in Nebraska, just real nice and heartfelt people.
So since you played there, you probably know this. I don't know if either of you two know this, but they are the Cornhuskers now.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They were not always the Cornhuskers.
No, well, what were they, Philip?
Do you know what they were?
I do not.
Do you know what they were?
What were they?
They were the Bug Eaters.
No, they were not.
The
I think he's
original
making up
mascot.
stuff.
Bug Eaters?
The original
Bug
mascot
Eaters?
for the University of Nebraska.
Somebody
I
Google
heard
that.
of that.
Somebody
Was the
Google
Bug
that. I don't know.
Eaters.
I don't know about that. Philip, no.
I'm not making this up.
You've heard of that, William?
I've heard that somewhere, but I
You're
can't
just
remember.
trying to be nice. No.
Well,
No, I really did.
You
I
can
heard
Google it.
somewhere.
that was a good change.
You can Google it.
That was a great
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good call. I mean,
That was
like,
a good call.
Yeah.
I'm not in love with the idea of Cornhusker. That sounds like, I don't know.
If
it's
you
just
go to
not my thing.
Nebraska, you will see exactly why they
Right.
call it corn
Oh,
huskers.
yeah.
There's cornfields everywhere.
But who's picking these names? I mean,
But
come on.
Bug Eaters, I'm like, well,
Bug Eaters,
there was
that's-
nowhere to go
Yeah,
but up.
That's right.
Oh, man.
So you spent some time there at Nebraska and then at Concordia of Nebraska. And then you spent some time playing semi-pro ball. Where all have you played?
So I only played with one team. I played with the San Antonio Titans for the last couple of seasons. Last season was cut short because of the whole corona.
Sure.
But we excelled. We went undefeated. I led the offensive line, and we were a very dominant team. Every team that we played, they knew they were going to have some competition with us. And I made it known every play that we were going to do what we had to do on the O-line.
So what is your preferred spot on the line, on a 5-man line, which
Okay.
we're
On a
going
5-man
to be
line?
talking about something different
Right.
later, but
Yeah.
on a 5-man line, what's your preferred spot?
So I love playing right guard, but the quarterbacks, every quarterback I play for, they always want me at left tackle because they know I'm going to be able to protect their blind side at all costs and do what I got to do. And it just depends where the other team's best defensive lineman is, because if it's a big guy that's giving everybody else trouble, coach is going to put me over him because he knows William's going to do his job. William's going to make him work for that sack or that tackle if he gets any. So, and what it looks way better on a highlight reel when you pancake a guy that's like 6'8". Sure. I love doing it. Sure. You can look at my highlights, and there's one guy on there. I drove him like 20 yards and pancaked him in the end zone. It was a great feeling. I stood up and just roared over him. It was
Your favorite time, the time that you just you're ready, you're teed up, is that pass blocking or run blocking?
run blocking. In college, they called me the run block specialist.
Okay.
Wow.
They came up with that nickname for me.
You like
You
to
have,
pull?
you have a lot of
Oh
nicknames.
my goodness! When we do a pull, it's like I feel sorry for that defensive end because I'm coming full
You're going to
speed.
blow them up.
Oh my goodness! Some guys they try
do
to
that-
go low, and I go lower.
I was
and
going to say, do
jack
you do
them
that,
up and
do you
lift
that-
them.
You do that duck down a little bit behind the line so they don't see you
yeah.
coming around the side. Just
I just
Hello.
come full motion. I swing out and I'm gone. Coach loves having me pull.
yeah. So let's talk about this change from a 5-man line to a 3-man line. What you've already done some practicing.
Yeah,
You guys are getting together and you're working out some. You were telling us before.
yeah.
You're probably watching some film. You're probably watching what you can and learning about the game because it's a different game.
Yes, really
it's a
different.
game.
You think it's the same because it's football, but it's a little different.
Tell me what you see as what are going to be the biggest parts of the transition for you? What are you going to have to relearn in some ways to play in an 8-man system instead of an 11-man?
Well, honestly, it works good with me. The transition will be a lot easier for me because because they had me play at tackle, I'm always at the end anyway. Right. So being at the end of a 3-man line, it feels the same pretty much. It's just a shorter distance from the tackle to the center. There
is in the film I've watched, there is, for your position, offensive line, there is no net. Like there is nobody else that's going to come help. You've got 3 guys,
just
and
3.
you're all going, you know, and setting up that perimeter around a quarterback or setting up the run. Although there's not a lot of running, it doesn't look like to me. But you're setting up that perimeter around the quarterback, and if you miss, look
the quarterback, out. The quarterback can get smacked. I actually have a technique for that.
Don't give all your secrets.
Yeah, I'm not going to give all my secrets, but
because your mom did already.
Yeah. But I actually have a move that'll work with that, because just like the linebackers, they blitz the linebackers. Right. So my thing is, I try to stay conscious of the linebackers, keeping them in my peripheral vision at all times. Block my guy, and once that linebacker comes up, if I have full control of my guy, it's like a little wheelbarrow move. Turn him, he goes right into the linebacker. Make sure the quarterback doesn't get hit. Or
2 for 1.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
I like that. I'm a big fan of that. I'm ready to see that happen.
I can't wait for that first pancake. Y'all will. I'm gonna make that into a poster.
What is your just favorite moment on the field? I think you've already kind of talked about what it probably
Pancakes.
is. But yeah.
I'm a big guy. I like to eat, so when we get on that field, I'm like, let's eat, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of the players, they'll hype me up before the game, and I'm just hyped throughout the whole game. Even if we're down, I'm letting everybody know it's not gonna be like this forever. Yeah. We're going offense. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna execute. We're gonna score. Keep your heads up. Do what you gotta do.
You ever get frustrated?
Oh yeah.
With the fact that your quarterback and your receivers and your running backs, they get all of the praise, and you're like, well, without me, you wouldn't have done anything.
It's a team effort, really. I could pancake somebody, and the quarterback could get sacked from the other side. It's all about teamwork. We gotta be joined together in order to score. We gotta be joined together in order to win games.
And those guys know too, right? The guys that you're doing
some
that
guys,
for.
They don't. The skill positions, sometimes they take full credit of everything, but it's a team effort when it comes down to everything. It's never a one-man show.
Now, when we first met you, it was when they had the signing. Tell us a little bit about how you felt that day.
I felt phenomenal. I felt so excited because it was literally a dream come true. My whole life, I've always admired professional athletes, professional football players, and actually becoming one really touched my heart.
And who did you bring with you? I mean, I already know, but
I brought my mom.
Yes,
my
you
number
did.
one supporter.
That's right.
Besides Michael Wayne Davis. Let me put that out. He was actually at the
He's a big fan.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
That's my buddy, man. He would come to the Titans games, and he actually even had a custom jersey made. He actually just got one of the Gunslingers fan jerseys. He's waiting for camp to be over, so that way he can order the number 76.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because right now they're just doing number ones.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Well, and one number 0, possibly, if they listen to me.
There's only one number 1 jersey. The first one that comes off. And then everybody else is wearing that person's jersey. I ordered the first jersey. So everybody's wearing my jersey. All the fans are wearing
Just go with it. Just go with it. Say, yes, whatever. Yes, Phillip. Okay, all right.
So in July, it was July, right, that they did the combine? Yeah.
Yeah.
In July, what was that experience like, and how did that match up with other experiences you've had? You've played semi-pro, you've played college. You played college at a big-time school. How did that combine or that workout, how did that compare to some of the other stuff you've done?
It was really fun. I had it kind of reminded me of the college camps, actually. When I was in high school, I would go to college camps. I went to Texas A&M camp, UTSA camp. That's where I actually met our defensive coordinator, Coach James. UTSA camp, I went to Texas A&M. I went to Baylor camp, and I actually did really good in all of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you think of Coach Hernandez? I don't know if you know. We asked him about you.
Coach Tony. We're actually thinking about trading him. No,
So he flipped it. Now he's on the trading block.
No, I'm just playing. Coach Tony knows I love him. He's a great guy. He's actually one of the big reasons why I decided to go to the San Antonio Titans when I started playing semi-pro. I met him, and I went to that first practice, and I saw his leadership, and I was like, I want to play under that guy. And
so we hear lots of players say that, like, I want to play for that guy. What specifically is it that makes you want to play for Coach?
It's like the spunk, the moxie. It's it's everything he brings to the table. He knows how to get his team hype. He knows how to involve God. He knows how to just be real with his players and always let you know you need to push yourself and do the best you can do for yourself and for the team.
And he's not afraid to lay into you.
Oh, yeah. No. Now, I remember one practice he had us for the San Antonio Titans. He had us do a whole field workout where we went up the field and back on the field. But each 10-yard mark, we had to stop. We would do a drill to the 10, and we would stop. We'll do 50 push-ups, go up, do 40 push-ups, and keep going to 100, and then we did it all the way back on the other side of the field. We would go, and he laid into us. He's not afraid to make us run. He pushes you to the limit. And some players, if you're not built for it, they'll fold. That's how he determines his warriors he's ready to go into battle with.
Yeah, I've told the story before, and so you may have heard it on the show, but when you guys were doing sit-ups.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we had y'all on the field doing sit-ups.
Oh, yeah.
There was one of the offensive, defensive lineman guy that, Coach gave him a pretty hard time standing over him, yelling down at him. And then when he turned to walk away, this guy gave a big, exaggerated eye roll. And I'm like, if you don't like this now, you may want to leave, because I get the sense that's the kind of coach he is.
That guy ended up leaving.
Okay.
Did he really?
He left right after sit-ups. We looked. I was like,
that's that dude that went to the bathroom and never came back, right?
Oh, my goodness. I just got to go to the restroom. He left. But I wish him the best in his career. He's actually a good athlete. He just came at a bad time. He was going through some family stuff, and I got to add him on Facebook, and he was going through a lot with family, and he had been out of shape. And when you're out of shape, you could be the best player. If you're out of shape, you look terrible.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And he knew it, but at the same time, it was still a good opportunity for him.
Now, how many seasons did you play with the Titans with Coach Shaw?
Just 2.
Just 2.
Yes, sir.
And how did you guys do in those seasons?
We went undefeated, and then...
Well, that's a bar that we've set down for the Gunslingers.
Oh, yeah.
Undefeated.
That's the bar.
Undefeated.
We gotta
Like
go
you said, we're not
Way up
rating for
there.
season 2 or
No,
season 3.
right?
For us, what we've been talking about, we won a championship. That very first year, we know we have the right pieces to do it. We just have to all come together and make it happen.
Yeah, I love that. That kind of comes down from Coach, that attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Of
That
those
winning
high,
mentality.
that high expectation, that
Yes, sir.
swagger that you talked about. I don't know, at that event he was talking about, he said the AAL messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Because he said, that league, if you look at what they were before they did this expansion, they're mostly East Coast.
Right.
They're upper Northeast. He's like, they decided to come south, and they really screwed up with that decision.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is a great place for us to take a break right there, because when we come back, we're going to start talking about some of the things that we know now about our division of the AL. Some of that stuff is starting to solidify. Mm-hmm. We're starting to see and hear from some of the other teams that will be in our division. We want to talk to you, the Smokin Gun posse, a little bit about that. Well, William, we want you to chime in on some of that too. So we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we're going to talk about the AAL and what we know. All right. Do you own a business? Are you looking for an affordable way to reach thousands, hundreds, thousands, an untold number of football fans in San Antonio, right?
Yep.
Do you have a favorite local restaurant or bar or service or product that you just really love, you think fits in perfectly with the Gunslingers or with our podcast here, the Smokin Gunz? We're still looking for sponsors for the podcast, and we'd love to hear from you. We have lots of different opportunities.
Sure do.
For sponsors to be part of the show, and we'd love to be that connection between them and Gunslingers fans and Smokin Gunz fans.
Football fans.
Football fans, exactly. Email us at SmokinGunzPod. That's smoking.
No G.
Guns.
Z.
With a Z. Pod at gmail.com. And we'll be ready to find a spot for your business, or we'll reach out to your favorite San Antonio business or bar, that place that you go every Thursday night and shoot pool, or the place you're going to, hold up to watch games when the Gunslingers aren't in town. We'll reach out to them, see if we can get them on board here.
Watch parties.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm ready for some watch parties.
And no restaurant's too small either.
Yeah, absolutely. Advertising works.
It does.
We know that because you're listening right now.
Right now, you're listening to us.
So email us at Smokin Gunz Podcast. That's smoking.
With the Z?
No.
No.
No G.
No
Oh,
G.
gee. Why you switched it up?
Guns
With a Z.
Don't do that.
pod at gmail.com, and we'll find a spot to get you involved. Now, let's talk about one of our favorite products that we've probably run across since we've started podcasting.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I've used it at least once a week.
Teardrop Pepper Company's Golden Habanero Sauce is a delicious pineapple, mango, garlic blend, followed by a habanero kick, giving it the perfect combo of flavor and heat. And the copy that I'm reading right now just doesn't do it justice.
No. It's good. I just had some a little while ago.
It's
With
really
pizza.
incredible.
On
Yeah.
pizza.
Put it on your pizza. I think it would make a great, like, if you're barbecuing some chicken
Had
chicken
it on
breast.
barbecue.
Oh,
Marinating that? Mm-hmm.
it would be spectacular. It is the best way to spice up your Gunslingers tailgate or make your favorite foods taste even better. Teardrop Pepper Company is proudly making their hot sauce right down the road in Austin, Texas. But you can order from their website, www.teardroppepperco.com. That's teardroppepperco.com. Use the offer code ARENA, ARENA, and you're going to save 10% off your order.
10%. That's a big chunk. That's like taxes.
Yeah. It's like tax-free weekend all the
Right.
time
There you
on
go.
your Teardrop order. Don't forget to follow them on Instagram or on Facebook. Both are at Teardrop Pepper Co. And keep up with their latest creation. They are preparing
Yep.
to put some new stuff out just almost any day now, it feels like.
Can't wait.
We're going to get some more flavors from Teardrop Pepper Co. So
Yes.
go visit teardroppepperco.com, www.teardroppepperco.com, and get your golden habanero sauce. Save 10%. Use the offer code ARENA.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me, no matter where.
All right, Smokin Gunz Podcast, Philip Higginbotham, R.C. Woods, Leo Yamas, and we're sitting down with Boss Hogg, William Richardson, the offensive lineman, the only one that really matters, right?
Blindside, right?
For the San Antonio Gunslingers. So we've learned some. There's been a lot of stuff that's really kind of happened in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's worth talking about around the Gunslingers. So we want to take a minute and just kind of, if you don't pay attention to the fan page, how dare you? Like
That's
you
right.
should. If you don't pay attention to the Smokin Gunz page, I'm not really sure why you're listening to this. If you're not with us every week,
They all do.
hanging out with us there. But lots of stuff been going on in the gunslinger world. First and foremost, I think the things people are most excited about
The hats.
are the hats.
Those hats.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you seen the
They're
hats?
nice. They're
Yeah.
really
Looking
nice.
good, aren't they?
Yes.
Now, you guys have actually, so there was an event that I was out of town for. RC, you didn't make it out to.
I
Leo,
didn't.
you got out there to
Yeah, tell us about
I
that.
did make it out
The-
there with
the-
Dolores. Yeah.
The meet and greet.
Chicken Pickle.
Chicken
what
and
is it?
pickle.
Chicken.
Yeah, that's a big place, man.
Where's it at? Do you remember the address?
UTSA Boulevard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
okay.
past the well.
Oh.
So I was surprised. They do chicken wings and they
pickles?
have pickle.
They have all
have
kind of things on
Is
their
it like
menu.
fried pickles?
No, the game is,
No.
there's a game called Pickle. It's kind of like a
Oh.
smaller tennis court.
Yeah, if you've never played pickle, it's
Yeah.
fun. It's actually a
Oh.
blast.
I really thought it was just the pickles.
No.
No.
I mean, they probably serve pickles because
Like fried
why
pickles. Yeah,
wouldn't
fried
you?
pickles.
Fried pickles.
Yeah.
But
yummy.
Pretty good.
at that, they actually had a couple of the hats.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
some hats. They had a couple hats there. They didn't have the trucker hat, but they had the nice.
I know why they didn't. Like, it exists. I've seen it.
Yep.
But I know why it wasn't there.
Well, I think it was with Hector, is what I was
Yeah,
told.
because Hector has grabbed that trucker hat and he is wearing.
He's been sporting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
One of
sent me-
the players, Pierre Turner, he actually has one.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he just recently
makes
got
me
signed.
sad.
Too,
Yeah, he
right?
just
Here?
got signed.
Yeah.
That guy's a beast.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Hector sent me a photo the next day, the day after that event, and he's like, "Hey, I'm wearing something you might want." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do want that. You need to get that to me. Why are you wearing my hat?"
I
is
told him to
actually
send
how
you
I
the flat
responded.
bill one.
I know.
With your number 0 jersey.
I know. Think you're funny. You flat billed hat? You like flat bill hats?
I like flat bill hats.
You're wrong. Okay.
Wrong
also like
answer,
the trucker
William.
hats.
Wrong
I like the
answer.
trucker hats too. Just
I mean, it
because.
doesn't have to be a trucker hat, but you got to curve the bill on the thing.
yeah.
It just,
Yeah.
I can't. The flat, I can't do
He
it.
doesn't like the flat bill. I
can't do
Today
it.
I'm not, but most of the time I wear a flat bill hat just to aggravate him. That's all. That's why.
So the hats has been out there on social media. If you don't know about it, go check it out. They should be in. Here's the great news about the hat. The hat is being made. The hats, all three, are being made by Zephyr hats.
Yeah.
And Zephyr hats are amazing. Like, I got nothing against New Era. I've got nothing against anybody else that makes hats. I don't really know a lot of hat companies, I guess. I wear a million hats. But Zephyr has, for years, made my favorite hats. I've got a Dallas Stars hat that's Zephyr. I've got a UTSA hat that's Zephyr. I used to sport a Longhorn hat forever until it wore out. That was a Zephyr hat. They are great. They're comfortable. Their flex fit hats are great because they don't, and they're not a sponsor of the show, but they can be.
They could
Sure
be.
could be.
You could be.
Hello.
Zephyr.
Let me reach out to them
reach
because
out.
I'm
1-800.
the thing I hate about some flex fit hats is you get that elastic that's either too tight on your head, starts giving you a headache, or it gets stretched out too fast. This happens on New Era hats a lot to me, where it gets stretched out, the elastic gets stretched out.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Is
doesn't
it
fit
because
right.
your head is too big?
Yes.
That's never
That
happened
might
to
have
me.
something to do with it,
that
too,
has never has happened to me.
I have a big head.
Really? Oh my gosh. Okay.
But
Breaking news.
I say all that to say the Gunslingers went a great direction with this particular,
The brand.
the brand. It's just, they're great hats.
And I just want to reiterate something because we kind of touched on this before. That wasn't necessarily their original decision, but as this ownership group has proven to be, they're always looking to put out a better product for their
Yes,
fans.
best quality.
I'll,
That's just
I'll
like
peel
the
back
new-
the curtain a little bit and
Yeah.
say they were going New Era
Yeah.
when we first met with them. And I was like, hey, and they were not at New Era's fault at all. They were stuck in COVID world.
Yep.
True.
And I said, hey, if you're looking for another company that makes really good quality products, you should try Zephyr. And lo and behold, they were able to get the product back faster from Zephyr, which is ultimately what they're trying to do, is get their stuff in our hands quicker as fans. And that's why Zephyr happened. But again, it's this ownership group willing to do a little more.
Right.
That's true.
And Zephyr, see, now you have that connection now with the Gunslingers, and it's because of the Smokin Gunz Podcast.
That's
So,
right.
why not get a partnership
yeah.
going with us?
There
Right.
you go.
Exactly.
It already works for you.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. If anybody working for Zephyr hears this, how did you find us? And sponsor our show, please.
Please. Right.
So, which one is your favorite of the three
I have the three
designs
right
that
here. Which one do you like?
that they've got out there? Which one's your favorite, William?
So my favorite one would have to be the blue hat with the red bill. I
Yeah.
just have a lot of outfits I could rock that with.
Yeah.
Like the outfit I'm
I saw
wearing
that you
now.
have
Right?
red shoes.
Yeah.
We both
You're
have
in
red shoes
Gunslinger
on.
colors here.
Yeah.
That's right. We got red shoes going.
Other news that's come out, or other news that we've seen, we've long been talking about this phantom other team that's out there that will be our rivals, it looks like.
Caw, those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a weird sound.
It's a bird sound, isn't it? Like a bird call? Isn't it?
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's what a falcon does.
Okay, then you tell me
They're
what a
more like a
falcon
caw.
sounds like.
Don't falcons kind of whistle
it's
or
more
something?
like
Whistle?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like-
It's gonna. I don't want to do it.
No.
Okay,
It's gonna be out there on
You
the
got to
internet.
stop with the bird sounds, okay? So the North Texas Falcons are headed up by a guy named Tyrone Washington. We've actually met him. We didn't realize, I think, that we met him at the time.
Him and his wife were at the
But
combine.
they were
right?
out at the combine in July,
And their dog.
and they are getting set to play in the Fair Park Coliseum there in Dallas. We talked last time that we were talking that they might be up in Denton with all of the bird and the,
Right.
the
The
green
new-
and white
The
there.
new stadium there at UNT or University of North Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to play at Fair Park Coliseum, which is kind of amazing because I didn't realize Fair Park Coliseum still existed. It is an old building. They are apparently refurbishing right now.
Cool.
And so they're going to play there. It's a great building with a lot of history.
Road trip.
Yeah, I'm
that sounds like
actually
fun.
going to go have to watch you guys play.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
In North Texas when y'all play at Fair Park Coliseum because I used to watch minor league hockey games there as a baby in that same building.
Wow.
So to go and watch
With your
arena
dad,
football
right?
with my dad, yeah. Dallas Blackhawk games used to take place right there at the Fair Park Coliseum.
Wouldn't that be cool to set up a bus?
Oh, yeah.
Take up some of our listeners up there, some other,
Tailgaters?
Gunslinger
Like a
fans.
tailgate bus.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And
I'll be in charge
get
of
it,
that.
What is that? Wrapped with smoking guns on the side.
Well,
Well, now that's a little bit too much.
Dollars and cents wise, I don't know that we can make that happen.
Pay for the bus.
Unless Zephyr wants
Zephyr
to come
calls
across,
us.
There you go.
then maybe we can do something like that. But
Sell bus tickets.
Yeah.
we've received word today that the North Texas Falcons will have a podcast very shortly.
Oh, yeah.
Watch
we're
your
very excited about.
competition,
Smoking
nah.
guns, though.
Well, no, it's not.
No,
Well,
yeah.
that's not fair.
What are they going to
William.
say? Like flap, flap?
These
You know,
will
like
be
how
the
we say
new-
bang, bang?
These
flap,
will
flap.
be the new shipyard.
Tweet, tweet.
Also,
so
this
funny.
weekend in the American Arena League, we got word of the team out of El Paso,
Yes.
the West Texas Buccaneers, which at first,
Sounds cool.
it sounds great. Like West Texas Buccaneers, that's awesome. And then Joe Roberts, I think,
Yeah.
posted on
Oh, I laughed
their
when I-
post. What did he say, Leo?
He said, "Oh yeah, great," because whenever I think of El Paso, that's what I think of pirates.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they got them ships up the Rio Grande.
That's right. Then you never know.
They're sailing into the port of El Paso.
Looking for their treasure.
But I absolutely did give Tyrone Washington and the Falcons a hard time because as soon as they announced it, he said something about dominating the division, something along that line. And I'm like, look, Gunslingers is an awesome name.
Right.
Buccaneers is a solid name. Falcons.
Not so much.
I have something to say about the Falcons. It's so
All right,
funny.
what do you have to say?
Because actually, when it comes to NFL, I'm a Saints fan. Originally.
Right.
Of
Okay.
course, yes.
We're going to get into that.
And our
Rival.
rivals,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Our rivals are the Falcons.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
the Saints
So-
fans, I don't know if you guys know, but there's a term we call the Falcons, the Dirty Birds.
Yeah, the Dirty Birds.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
So, oh my goodness. I can't wait for that first game against them. We're
I
gonna,
like Dirty Birds.
I'm sure they'll embrace that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're going to cook up some birds. We're
Oh, yeah.
gonna cook up
We're
some
going to
birds.
pluck those feathers.
It's like the chickens.
Right?
Oh, those
The
pollos.
pollos.
The
The
pollos.
We got our new
Pollos.
The
pollos.
Orlando Pollos.
I remember that back in the day.
Ah, the days. The days of the AAF. Speaking of the AAF, before we went online, before we went on the air, if you call this the air, there was something that you let slip that I told you, well, we're going to have to hear that story once we start recording. You almost played for the Commanders.
Yes.
Tell
yes.
us about that.
So I had got in contact with the coaches, and they wanted to see me play. They wanted to see me do some drills. I actually got to go out and do some drills with them, and we were talking contracts and stuff, and just it folded. That
was when the league
it
was folding?
Yeah, it was right when before the league was folding, and It really sucked.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's okay. Went on to bigger things, and
Everything happens for a reason.
yeah,
You know?
everything happens for a reason.
That's so interesting that a year and a half ago we could have run across you in a completely different they would have never let you talk to us.
He wouldn't have been able to be on our show.
Like, you
Well,
couldn't
the
have been
mo-
on
the
our
mom was.
show.
I wouldn't have wanted to after that first call. No, I'm playing.
Now, I would have got your mom because I was doing the mom to moms back then. But
Right.
for you, no, we probably wouldn't have talked to you ever.
Yeah, the Commanders were very guarded about players. We had one player on for one longer show, and
Yeah, in studio.
Yes.
I think immediately they were like, "Yeah, that's never going to happen again.
They were like, don't do that, guys.
Don't do that again."
We had such a good time though. We had him singing songs. Oh, what did we have him
That was
sing?
Scott Daly.
Yes, that was.
Scott.
He had to sing his song from the school. Do you know the song from your school that you went to in college?
Do you know the fight song? For,
The fight
I
song.
not remember it.
Yeah, he sang the whole thing.
That's
Yeah,
right. He
but
sure
he-
But
did.
he went to Notre
He
Dame.
went to Notre Dame.
They're
Yeah,
big
true.
on that stuff, and he was he was in a band.
In college,
wasn't
we
he?
Yes,
just
he was
say,
in a
"Go Big Red,
Right.
go Big Red." That's what I was telling one of the players who also signed. We call him Big Red. Caleb Roller.
Caleb Roller.
Oh,
That
talk to
guy,
his mom.
He's a great offensive lineman. He's a big guy. He handles the defensive lineman well. And I was telling him, I was like, man, if you would have went to Nebraska, you would have loved it. Every time you're gonna be hearing "Go Big Red," he would have probably been blushing every day.
Oh, and there would have been there's shirts, there's hats. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's a big thing.
And it's
there.
so amazing, like the community comes together like a family. You can go out to eat, and if you're wearing your Nebraska gear, and it'll be some of the players go out, and they see your gear, they'll be like, do you play for Nebraska? And we'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, your meal is comped, everything
Oh wow.
on the house.
Nice.
Now, who was
Just
coaching
very
there when you were there?
That was Coach, I want to say Coach P.
Okay,
Yeah, I forgot how to pronounce his name.
right.
But
Coach P is good.
Yep, that works.
That works.
Because there was a time there that they were coached by Bill Callahan, who I cannot stand. You probably don't like Callahan either.
No.
Okay, because he was a Raiders coach for a while.
Yeah.
And you're not a Raiders fan per
Not
se.
in the least bit. No.
So you're a big Saints fan. How does that feel? Like, are you okay with that? Are you okay with what's happened over the last couple of years? for
Oh
your
my
Saints?
goodness! So the last couple of years with the Saints, man, it's crazy. They've just been doing us wrong.
Yeah.
Got a feel for Drew Brees, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Drew Brees. They had a whole thing about him, and his fan base went down because of what he said about kneeling. And
Right.
Yeah.
It was a big old thing. I understood what he was saying. It was just how he gave it. Some people felt bad about it. I was like, he's not wrong for feeling the way he feels. His family was in the military, and you have to respect that. You come from a family of, that's like me and the police. A lot of people of color actually dislike the police in some ways.
Sure.
But I don't. My aunt is the captain for New Orleans Police Department, Sabrina
Oh, good to
Richardson.
know.
And I've always had respect for police officers everywhere I go. If I ever got pulled over, I've only been pulled over twice, but off the record.
Too much info. We don't need that.
For what? No.
No. I'm a mom. I'm going to protect him. No.
But show police respect and they'll respect you. Sometimes
Right.
It's not the same, but at the end of the day, they're giving their lives to protect the people in the community.
That's absolutely true. And what's funny about this whole situation that we're seeing in sports right now, and I realize that there are people listening right now to this podcast going, oh man, do we have to hear about this somewhere else? Well, yeah, because it's a story in sports. But
It's relevant.
everybody that is taking their stand or taking their knee, whatever, there is a reason behind that. And if you haven't had a conversation with that person or heard from their mouth why they choose to do what they're doing, don't assume, don't put your own assumptions on them. Like, you need to hear everybody's story before you make a judgment about whether they are not patriotic or they're a lousy human being or they don't support their teammates or whatever the case may be. Everybody's got a story and a reason that they're doing what they're doing in this particular situation and in most of these kind of situations. And if you don't hear it from that person, don't assume that you understand what they're doing or the statement they're trying to make. Our first interaction online, I think, on Facebook was you saying something about the Saints winning your division this year, that the NFC South was going to be the Saints division over the Falcons. And I just posted a GIF of Tom Brady.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Does that worry you at all as a Saints fan that you got Brady and Gronkowski and this?
Speaking of Buccaneers, right?
Yeah, speaking of Buccaneers,
Not at all.
There's something there. Like there's something worth respecting there.
There is. Brady and Gronk, they're up there with Evans, and they're going to be something to mess with.
Coached by Bruce Arians, an excellent football coach. It's not a 2-horse race in the NFC South anymore. If it ever was, I don't think you have to worry about what's the other team in that division. See, I don't even know. It's Carolina.
Be careful what you say about the Carolina Panthers. Because you know who's a big Carolina Panthers fan.
I know Hector loves the Panthers. And
How do you feel about Cam Newton?
Oh, that hurts. It hurts him to talk about that one.
It hurts,
I know that. We asked him. Yeah.
Yeah, your owner is a big Panthers fan there.
Oh, my goodness.
But if he was going to go anywhere, that's the best situation for him to be in right now, where he's at. Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, and what a Bill Belichick system, or what a Bill Belichick just transaction. I'm going to bring you in at a very low contract with lots of incentives for 1 year. And if you're good, great. You're going to get to go and make your millions somewhere else, and I'm going to, win. And if you're bad, I didn't pay you anything. Like, I didn't lose anything. It's such a Belichick thing.
It's a win-win.
It's such a Belichick thing to do. So you're not worried about the Buccaneers at all?
Well,
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, not the El Paso, the West Texas Buccaneers.
no,
You're not worried about them either.
They're definitely not worried about them. But no, I think we're gonna handle them up.
So, how do you feel? We all know about the LA Rams debacle 2 years ago in the NFC Championship game. Changed the way that pass interference was dealt with in the NFL the next year. Do you have the same kind of? Do you get the same kind of feeling at the way your season ended last year? It wasn't near as big a play, and we didn't talk about it near as much. But in the end zone against the Vikings, there is some offensive pass interference going on there.
Definitely.
That changed the end of that game. Do you have the same feeling like they robbed you twice?
I do. I feel like there's some behind the scenes stuff going on that a lot of the owners know about and the commissioners know about that they're not letting be known. There's always the secrets in every league.
Yeah.
But the theories and stuff. But
conspiracy theories.
The conspiracy theories. But I believe it's something going on with the ownership where they're like, we're not going to let you do this with the Saints. And it might have something to do with
whole Bounty Gate stuff from a few years ago.
That, and also the possibility of it being because, what was the owner's name?
Benson.
Tom Benson?
Tom Benson passed away.
Yeah.
And his family took over the business. Right. And the women, I believe his wife.
Gail,
she took over for it. And a lot of people, they weren't respecting how she was doing the business at first. So I think it has something to do with this, that she might have went in there thinking she was about to run everything, and maybe they were like, this is a man's sport. I don't know.
What? What does that mean?
Don't quote me. Don't quote me.
Okay, I won't.
Like that TikTok, they say, don't leave me, don't leave me.
So let me ask you a question. As a big Saints fan, next season, in the off season, your telephone rings.
Hello.
And you pick up the phone and they say, hi, this is the Atlanta Falcons. We want you to come out to camp and play right guard for us, or try out for right guard for us. Would you go?
I would definitely go.
Yes, you would.
That's like a no-brainer, Philip. Come on now. I would even go.
I would go. I'd show them what I got. And I'm pretty sure if I got a chance, I can at the least make a practice team.
Okay.
At the very
Awesome.
least.
Sure.
So, and knowing my mentality, I would work to get that starting position, because with my mentality and my spirit and the way I play, I'm going to fight for that first spot. I'm a natural born leader when it comes to being a field general and stuff, and I'm out there. I'm going to show them the role that everybody needs to be playing.
Okay. Well, you just mentioned a second ago TikToks. When we come back here in a second, I want to talk to you a little bit about TikToks because
whole lot of TikToks out
there's
there.
some stuff
Oh,
we
my
got to
goodness.
discuss. Stick with us. We are the Smokin Gunz Podcast. RC Woods, Leo Yamas. I'm Philip Higginbotham. We're sitting down with William Richardson, boss hog of the San Antonio Gunslingers. We'll be right back right after this. Smokin Gunz Podcast is excited to offer you a way to be part of our team by supporting the show on Patreon. We're excited to bring you the best coverage of the San Antonio Gunslingers and the fun and the fans and the food and the tailgate.
For sure.
And the players and the coaches. You've already heard a lot of that through the Smokin Gunz Podcast. We're going to continue to do that, and we want you to be part of our team. If you're able, head over to www.patreon.com/SmokinGunzPod. That's Smokin
With no G.
Guns
With the Z.
Pod, and support the Smokin Gunz Podcast at the $5, the $10, or the $20 a month level, just to help us make this show go so that we can continue to bring you everything in and around this community. We recognize each of our Patreons at the end of every episode, and patrons will have priority when it comes to questions, either through SpeakPipe or just getting your question to any of the guests that we have. Today we've got Boss Hogg sitting in with us, and we've got more guests on tap. When you have questions, you'll be the first ones that we go to. Since you're part of the team, you're a bigger part of the show. So help us continue to support the Gunslingers and get all the info you're looking for by heading over to www.patreon.com/SmokinGunzPod. That's smoking, no G, guns with a Z, pod.
Right.
And sign up to be part of our team. We've already got 5 different people that support us on a regular basis. We've got Iris and Mo.
Hey, they both had a birthday recently, so happy birthday,
Happy
guys.
birthday.
To Iris and Mo.
And a graduation.
And a graduation,
Right?
yes.
Iris,
Yeah,
congratulations on that.
Congratulations, girl.
awesome.
We got Herman. Did you check out with Herman?
I need to talk to him. No, I don't know if it's Herman or Herman. We've been calling him Herman for
We have been calling
over
him
a year
forever,
now, and
like
he's never corrected
forever.
us. But yeah.
We got Alba, we've got Jason, and we're going to recognize them at the end of the show here. But they've all jumped on board. You can too. www.patreon.com/SmokinGunzPod. And sign up to be part of the team. We'd love to have you.
Love to have you.
Driving through town, just my boy and me, with a Happy Meal in his booster seat. Knowing that
Smokin Gunz Podcast, Philip Higginbotham, RC Woods, Leo Yamas, and we're sitting down with William Richardson, Boss Hogg, the offensive lineman, the only one that matters
That's right.
on the offense. At least to hear you tell it sometimes.
Nah, we have some great ones.
So you are kind of you like to tell stories through social media. You enjoy your social media a lot.
You're animated, I guess I would say.
Specifically,
Yeah, I'm
your
a character.
TikTok account is kind of interesting. Tell us a little bit about.
Boss Hogg is not shy.
No, it's not.
Okay, so I come from a family of comedians, and we're always joking and making funny videos, or we're doing something funny. We always have like domino games, card games, and stuff. And we'll always be conversating and just cracking jokes the whole way. So my family, they weren't shocked of me making funny TikToks. They were like, we see this all the time with our family. So it was just natural with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Go follow him if you're on TikTok. Go find Boss Hogg. Go find William Richardson. If you're not on TikTok, he posts a lot of them over to Facebook.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And you can see them there on Facebook too. They are entertaining. I'll give you that.
They're funny, man.
They're funny.
And if you're just really interested in what William looks like without a shirt on, you can find out.
There you go. And a wig.
And a wig.
Or a nice little
Shirtless.
leopard skin top.
All kinds
Was
of
that
stuff
your mama?
going on.
Did your father?
Oh my goodness.
Or a robe.
It's entertaining, to
It
say
is.
the least. It's entertaining.
Now, do you know a Caleb Gabino Hartfield?
Yes.
Now, he commented about,
You just signed with the team. You got him right there on your list.
well, he was over here talking about Guns Up.
Oh, yeah, because he's on the team.
Oh, okay, all right.
Caleb is beast. He's a great quarterback.
How long have you known him?
I've known him for about 2 years. We started, I met him through the San Antonio Titans, and we've been friends ever since.
Can I ask how many of the Titans came that you're still playing with now that came to the Gunslingers?
Well, there's Caleb Roller, there's Caleb Gambino, Hartfield, there's Ivan,
Yep.
there's David, there's Caleb Roller. That's it.
Yeah,
you
you
did.
did.
Caleb Roller. There's Pierre Turner. Chris Burrs. And there's also some that's coming to the tryouts on the 30th as well.
So let's talk about that for a second. We do have an event coming up. An event that, for the first time, I think, you guys are all invited
To the public.
It's open to the public. I don't know what that looks like. I'm sure we're going to see as this week begins to wind down some of the specifics on that. I know you're going to have to bring a mask. I know you're going to have to social distance. I know those things are going to be true.
Last time they were taking temperatures.
Yeah.
People
Oh, that's
going
right.
in, so they may
Right.
do that this time around. Yeah.
But it's open to the public. What are you? They've got a lot of guys coming out, and you know
yeah.
a few of them coming out.
Yeah, there's
you're
going to
be
some
there, right?
competition showing up, and they're going to be working. They're
Yeah.
going to get it. They're all going for the same thing we went for, and that's a spot on the team. So these guys are about to go out and give it their all, try to make their dreams come true just like I made mine. And I still have to keep fighting for my
Right.
spot because there's only so many spots after camp in October.
So
We
you're
start
going to
camp
try
in
out
October.
too?
Well,
are you just gonna be
I've
there?
already made the team. So
Oh, okay.
They want us to go out and give
Like support?
support, and also we can participate in some of the drills, or if we want to participate on one-on-ones to see our competition and how they size up against us. I'll be participating in one-on-ones,
Yeah, because you got to put some work in, right? Because they're
and I'll probably do bench press again just to set that
Right.
tone for the newcomers.
there you go.
Oh, okay.
Because there's going to be guys there after the same spot that you have now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So after that event, we're going to have some time with our fans,
That's right.
bringing fans.
Exactly. It's going to be a community event. It's going to be a fan drive. And so right now with the COVID, there's a lot of situations going on, and the heat is one of them. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be collecting fans. Now, I know you're a fan. You're a football fan. You're a Gunslinger fan. And you're a Smokin Gunz Podcast fan. So what we want you to do is to bring a fan, not a used one, not a dirty one, not one that you're going to, no, a brand new one. And then we're going to take that fan and we're going to pass them out to families and maybe some elderly, some veterans who might be looking for a fan. And so we're collecting fans. So we're going to say, be a fan, bring a fan, and be a hero.
Right.
Will you guys be collecting the fans?
We're going to do that right after
Right there.
the event. We're still working on where we're going to be, so pay attention to social media. In fact, by the time this hits, we should have that finished.
Something out there, yeah.
True.
At the time of recording, we were still trying to kind of find where we were going to be. But by Wednesday morning when this hits, I think you will be able to find an event on Facebook that will have the information about where we're going to collect them.
Right.
It will either be there at Live Oak Soccer Zone or somewhere very nearby there.
If
Right.
if they can allow us, if they have the space there in the parking lot to do it, that's where we're going to be, just right outside. But if
Right.
we've got to find a place nearby, then that's what we're going to do.
Right. We don't know what they have as far as, soccer games that afternoon.
True.
It is a Sunday afternoon, so they may have youth soccer games, and that's their business. That's
Yeah.
what
Right.
they do, and they need their parking lot to do that. But if we have to move, there are a couple of different spots right near there that we can set up at with a pop up, and we're going to have some players out there. We're going to have, we're going to be collecting fans. We're going to be meeting with you and talking with you, and we're going to get those fans over to
Catholic Charities.
right.
Yeah, and so they're going to be in charge of passing them out. They've already have requests from people who are needing fans,
Right.
Veterans, elderly, families are struggling right now, and so we're trying to give back to the community. And when you think of a fan, think of like a box fan, and
Yeah.
like $10.99, no more than $20.
Right.
Something small, could be different sizes, and just bring a fan. Like I said,
Don't
be
bring
a fan.
a ceiling fan.
No, don't bring a ceiling fan. Don't bring a paper fan.
Yeah, don't bring one of those paper fans.
No.
And like, look, I brought no.
Like the one you hold in your hand. Not that either.
We're talking about a box fan or
Right.
one of those pedestal fans.
Yeah, you can get
something
them at
along that line.
Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens. They always have some specials.
Home Depot,
$10.99.
Lowe's,
And
Lowe's, yeah.
if you've got, if you got enough to buy one really nice fan, don't buy one really nice fan.
Buy a bunch
Buy
of-
3 or 4 box fans. Like that
Exactly.
goes so much further.
Right.
And a box fan will change the life of somebody that doesn't have air conditioning
Yes.
right now. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it will make
It really
And
will.
it
life
is
different
hot.
for
It's like 102,
I can
103.
say right now, during Hurricane Katrina,
Mm-hmm.
me and my family, we all went to my aunt's house in Shreveport, the police officer I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
And we didn't have electricity. During that time, they didn't have electricity. They didn't have hot water or anything. So what we would do is we had a big box fan, and we had one of those adapters in the car. So my mom would start her car up, and we'll hook the fan up, and we'll just be all sitting in the car with the fan blowing extra with the AC on top of that, because it was so hectic during Hurricane Katrina. It was real. It was pretty crazy.
Well, and again, we're recording at a really weird time this week. We're recording on Monday night.
Right.
We know there are storms in the Gulf. We don't know
my
what that
goodness.
looks like.
Did you
true.
hear about that too?
By the time
Hurricanes.
this
Laura
podcast comes
and who
out,
else?
we're
Was
going to
it
have
Laura and Carlos?
Marco
Marco and Laura.
and Laura, I think. But by the time this podcast drops on Wednesday morning, I think we'll have a very clear idea. One of them may have even made landfall by then of what that looks like. But again, on Monday, so we don't know where these are going to go to.
Right.
If we end up in the path of a storm here in San Antonio, like we're pretty far inland, storms can still do damage this far
True.
inland.
Yep.
True.
Harvey proved that.
True.
We saw some damage from Harvey. Not a lot, but some.
And that, I think one thing that kind of makes us stand out from other podcasts is that we really do try to give back to the community.
Yeah,
Was it
all
like-
those other podcasts are selfish, and I'm just
No,
kidding.
no. We're just a little bit more giving, that's all.
Right,
And
no.
so we had the food drive, and we had quite a few people donate cans. We appreciate all that. And now we're trying to give back with the fans. So remember, be a fan, buy a fan, and be a hero.
Yeah, and you're going to see that go to Facebook right now. You can keep this podcast running on your phone. You can close out the podcast app, and you can go over to Facebook. You can find the event. It's already there by Wednesday morning when this drops, and you can find all the information where we're going to be located. Drop by and bring a fan, or if it's just too hectic and hey, it's Wednesday and I can't do that by Sunday, drop by and hand us $20 and we'll go buy a fan, or we'll go buy 2 fans, or we'll go do
Yeah, we
whatever
could
it
do
takes. If you need us to go do the shopping part for you, we can do that too.
If you're like COVID, some people may be afraid of COVID.
Right.
Yeah, so they could do that.
Yeah. Whatever the case may be, but we want to make a big difference.
True.
And we're talking to Gunslingers fans, so it just made sense that,
Right.
if you're going to be a fan, bring a fan, be a hero. And we're going to make a difference in some folks' lives this summer and next summer. And,
The years to come.
I got to tell you, if you've ever had to rely on a fan to keep yourself cool,
It's hot.
what
It's
a big
hot.
deal it is.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you haven't had to rely on a fan to keep your house cool,
You're lucky.
you're lucky.
Right.
You're amazingly lucky, and you need to share some of that blessing, because there are some folks that that's what they're relying on in a 110-degree day is a box fan in their window.
Right. And
to
now,
move the air around in the house.
exactly. Like right now, with people losing their jobs, either do I put the air on or can I just run a fan? And sometimes you have to make those decisions.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's going on Sunday. We're going to be out at the Combine. We are going to move from the Combine over to the fan drive, spend a couple of hours out there, meeting with fans, bringing some players along. And then...
Are we going to do some autographs too?
I think so. We're
Maybe.
working on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
The
there's
team
a real
ownership said
possibility.
last time they may have some players doing some signings for us.
Yeah.
Also, like if you bring a fan, that you can get a signature from one of the players, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
We may have some stuff to give away there.
That's true.
Some Smokin Gunz stuff that we've gathered over the past couple of days. Because we've got Smokin Gunz stuff now.
Right. I talked to Hannah, and I'm picking up some of those car logos that go on the back of the truck or whatever you have it.
Yeah, like a decal.
Decal,
Decals,
yes. Truck or car decals.
Decal.
So we'll probably be giving those out. Or
You ever seen Coneheads?
I have seen code heads, yes.
Seen
That movie is
Coneheads?
hilarious.
Where she comes in with like the little tattoo
Yeah.
on her head. And he's like, "What is that?" And she says, "It's a decal." And he goes, "You will remove the decal." But yeah, we've got
Yeah.
some car decals on the way. We have
face mask?
We have a face mask that we're giving away that has Smokin Gunz Podcast logo on it.
Awesome.
We found this great place. William, did you know there's somebody around that does sublimated face masks? Did
you know
that?
a lot of people, I think, for
You
being
should
here.
you should get one with the Gunslingers logo. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's a joke.
If you know, you know, and if you don't,
You don't know.
Well, you don't
Don't
know.
worry about it.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Right. It was an interesting situation. So you had somebody make you a mask with the
yeah.
Gunslingers, your name or your nickname on it.
Yeah.
And you were excited about that, and you posted it.
Yeah. Try to help her with some clout and
And then some folks wanted one. Like there were
Yeah.
lots of folks that were like, "I want one of those."
yeah,
wonder
a
who
lot of
said that.
family. They were about to get a lot.
RC was one too.
I was one, yes.
Of course, this is 2020, and trademarks are what they are. So the team was like, "Hey, bro, that's kind of our thing."
Yeah.
So they weren't able to do that.
Yeah, they gave wrote her a letter.
It happens,
Yes.
but she wasn't trying to do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And they weren't accusing her of that. They were just like, "Hey, that's kind of our property, and if you want to use it, you would have to pay a licensing fee." That's what Disney does, and that's what
Right.
the NFL does, and that's what any business that has a trademarked logo does. So they weren't doing anything mean. They weren't being mean.
Yeah.
But they just wanted to make sure that, she's making masks, that's okay. But one day, somebody's making stuff that's not okay. And you got a gunslinger logo on the side of something that's not appropriate at all.
But now we have
something
Smokin
along that
Guns.
line.
So
We do. We have Smokin Gunz masks, and we've got one of those that we're going to give away at some point on Sunday.
yes,
And we've got the car decals
that's right.
that we can give away, or that we can do something with.
How about T-shirts? We're still
I
working
don't
on
know
T-shirts.
that we have. Are we going to have any to give away by then?
I don't know that we couldn't.
We
It's
could
still
try.
early in the week.
It's
We
Monday.
could, maybe. Yeah.
So
recording
maybe
on
we
Monday.
can. Well, you know what? Because the T-shirt is such a special order kind of thing, maybe
We
we
could give
maybe
away
we
a-
give away
A gift certificate for a T-shirt.
for your T-shirt,
Yes.
for your
Oh,
Smokin
I
Gunz
like
T-shirt.
that.
I'll say right now, I would definitely get a T-shirt.
The sport
See?
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And did you see the one I was wearing the other night with the 210 got
Yeah,
something to
yeah,
hold
yeah.
back? Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw
Did you
that
do
one.
your Hulk one?
I
Was
did.
that
Yeah,
your
that was the
one?
Hulk one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's good. Coach Tony Hernandez inspired
yeah.
that one.
It
He
was
looks
he
like
did.
the Hulk.
definitely
does.
inspired.
My
by Coach.
stepdad saw him, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, that guy."
Speaking of T-shirts, if you aren't able to make it out to the fan drive or you don't want to worry about winning one, you can go online
That's right.
to our website, which you can get at through our Facebook page, which most of you are fans of us on. And you can order those T-shirts.
That's right.
Yep.
We finished up the first round, and we had some orders for that, but we are Willing to take orders through the end of the month, and then we'll do another batch of these shirts at the end of the month. So this is a perfect time to jump on. They're $23.
Yep.
Plus shipping.
And I will say the women's runs a little small.
No, we don't do women's.
No.
That was a special order.
That was just for you.
Yeah, that was just for you.
We did that just
Special.
for you.
Dolores,
Oh,
yeah.
that's so sweet.
They are all unisex size or men's size shirts. So, whatever you wear. And there's 4 different designs for you to pick from there. There's that Hulk design. There's 4 different designs. Go look at them.
Check them out.
It's boring radio for me to describe T-shirts to you. We're not going to do that.
They're cool though.
They
They
are.
do look great. They're blue
Red
with
and
the
white?
red print on it. There's no white.
Okay. There should be white. No, I'm kidding.
Well, that's an extra color.
Okay, all
That
right.
makes the shirt $28 at that point. So we wanted to stick with $23.
All right.
But go get your Smokin Gunz shirts. Go to the Gunslingers page. They have their merch out there.
True.
You can get your Gunslinger shirts.
Hats.
Hats will be coming
Jersey.
very, very soon.
Jersey.
I know they're done with pre-orders on jerseys.
Yes, I don't know that necessarily that they're not going to take
Your
orders
money.
again at some time.
Right.
But, yeah.
But for now, I don't think there's a way to order a jersey. You've missed out.
Yeah.
There will be another time.
There will
All
be.
right.
Yeah. They'll,
With the number 2?
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I know you're with the one. I know.
With
Yes,
76
we all know.
on it.
Yeah,
76
get
for
that
sure.
76.
Yeah.
Richardson on the back of it, or Boss Hogg. Just put Boss Hogg on the back of it.
If they allow you to custom make it, and I want to see you in the in the stands, go ahead, get that Boss Hogg on there, or Richardson the 4th.
Richardson the 4th.
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
You're a 4th?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
It is.
It is. So RC has some questions that she loves to
I
ask
do.
everybody that comes on the show.
Okay.
They're not football related. So
Not at all.
don't
Not
worry.
at all. Okay. And you can't cheat because I have a cheat sheet here. Okay. So what are your favorite toppings on a pizza?
Favorite toppings on a pizza? I would have to say jalapenos, chicken, and steak.
Oh my gosh. I've never heard that combination. Have you?
Well, not all on one pizza because usually those are my favorite toppings. But
Oh, okay. Like on one pizza,
On
like-
one pizza, it would probably have to be chicken, jalapenos, and green peppers.
Okay. And
Nice.
from where?
I would probably say Pizza Hut.
Oh, okay. What kind of crust?
Stuffed crust.
Okay. So what's your top 2 songs in your playlist?
My top 2?
Or 3?
2 or 3? I would probably have to say Ain't No Mountain High.
Oh, I like it. Old school.
I would probably say
It's your playlist.
yeah, I would probably say
Like country, rock.
well, I do love country music. So
I saw you with that
matter of
cowboy
fact,
hat.
Yeah, I would definitely go Rodney Atkins, Watching You.
Okay.
All right.
All
I
right.
love that song.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie would have to be The Blind Side.
Oh yes, that's
All
mine.
right.
Mhm.
I actually had a play like that. That play when he drove the guy really far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a play like that in high school where I actually drove the guy. I want to say, I can't remember how many yards, but it was like 30 yards. And I drove him and I pancaked him on the sideline right in front of his head coach. And I looked up at the head coach and I was like, ah. Everybody in the stands was like, oh my God. The ref threw a flag, but he said it was excessive blocking.
you did
I
your job
pancake-
too well.
Yeah, they tackled the running back. I was driving. It was a counter, actually. I had pulled. I hit the defensive end, and you see the film following the running back, and you just see me going with the guy I hit initially. And they when they tackled the running back on the sideline, I pancaked my guy over the running back. So it was like a big pile up.
You know who hates that movie?
What?
Nobody?
Michael Orr hates
Orr.
that movie.
Really?
Oh,
Michael Orr hates that movie.
I think I've read. I
Because
read
he's like,
something about that.
they make me look like I know nothing about football. And
Yeah.
when I started playing football, like it was great of what my family did for me and the way they brought me in, and that was all wonderful. but I knew about football. It's not like I knew nothing about football. They make me look like some sort of idiot savant in that movie. Like, I didn't know anything about what a football was.
Okay, so I know you're from New Orleans, and you probably didn't have breakfast tacos over there.
I never had breakfast tacos.
But what's your
until I
favorite
moved to
breakfast
San
taco
Antonio.
here?
My favorite breakfast taco here would have to be the Torres taco from the one and only Torres.
Well, what's in
What's
it?
that got in it?
It's on the east side. It's a little Mexican restaurant, and they make massive tacos. Like
Really?
their tacos, and it's $4. The taco is like this big.
Oh my God!
Oh, wow.
It's like a
And what is
burrito.
it
That's
called?
like the
$4
size of
taco?
a football, people, is what he's showing us
Oh
right
my
now.
goodness! If you have a football team, take them there. You will be satisfied. Oh my God! The taco. It's called the Torres taco, and it has sausage, bacon, beans, cheese, eggs, chorizo.
All the stuff that's good
So
for
just
you.
like everything.
Everything
that is a breakfast taco.
potatoes, they put it all in there, and it's like loaded.
Cheese.
Oh my goodness, cheese definitely.
For sure. What's your favorite candy? Like chocolate candy or?
My favorite candy would have to be. My favorite candy would have to be Laffy Taffy.
Really?
Okay.
Do you do the dance?
Laffy Taffy.
What flavor? What flavor? There's a right answer to this. What flavor?
I would probably go with strawberry.
No.
I
Well,
love.
That's
see,
not the right answer.
What was
Philip
the
is
right
always going to give you a hard time.
The right answer is banana Laffy
Oh
Taffy,
no, that's the one everybody puts to the side.
sir. No, banana is so good.
I'm pretty sure at most places you go to, you could have all the banana
Yes,
Laffy Taffys
yeah.
you
I
want.
love banana Laffy Taffy.
Yeah,
so
no one's
good.
eat banana. Okay. Now you said your number was 76. That's your favorite number.
Oh, yeah.
What's the reason behind that?
So, for the longest in high school and in college, I was number 78. When I started playing semi-pro, I got the number 76. And I wanted 78, but I got 76. And I had a friend, God bless his soul, Billy McGee. He played semi-pro for the Texas Ravens, and he was number 67. And he actually committed suicide last year on 4/20. And
Sorry to hear that.
yes, ma'am. I keep him in mind. Actually, on my championship ring, it says in the inside, R.I.P. Billy McGee. And I decided I'm going to keep 76 because it's the opposite from him.
Gotcha.
Now, I know I asked your mom to say, in one word, describe you. Now I'm going to turn the tables. What's one word that would describe your mom to you?
Uh-oh.
Oh, my
Be
goodness.
careful.
Now, remember,
I
she
can't
has a second
get
part.
payback on it. No, I'm just I would have to say, that's a hard one. I would have to say, to describe my mom in one word, it would have to be mom. Mom, because she does everything you ask as a mother. She's here for us. She talks to us. I'm very close with my mom. She's like my best friend. We talk about anything, good or bad. She's always been there for me. She's always been my number one supporter. She allows my little brother Brandon, Michael, who actually had a birthday the other day, she allowed him to help me out with the semi-pro team, the Titans. He was our water boy, the ball boy. He would go to every single game, no matter how far. I'd just take him, pack him in the bag. But she does that with all of me and my siblings. I have 5 little siblings. I'm the oldest. And she's there for us.
And what advice would you give? Like, I know you're really helping out and mentoring your brother, but what advice would you give another gentleman or a son or boy out there that was interested in becoming a football player? What advice would you give them?
Keep pushing. Keep following your dreams, no matter what, no matter how hard the circumstances may be. if you can believe it, you can achieve it. And a lot of people will put you down at every position you play, no matter what. There's always going to be the naysayers. Don't listen to them. Listen to your heart. Follow your heart, and do everything you need to do to put you in the best position to be successful.
Thank you for sharing.
So, who is the guy that you watch or that you pattern your game after? Is there anybody that you watch and you're like, that's the kind of player I want to be?
Well, actually, there is.
He's going to say Michael Orr.
Well, no, not Michael Orr. More so, there's actually different players. For me, more so, it's weird because he doesn't play the same position as me.
Okay.
I always loved, actually, two players. Jerome the Bus Bettis.
Yeah.
He was the running back for the Steelers. That guy would run through everything. Because originally when I was young, I always saw myself as a running back.
Sure.
Which most people do. They want to run the ball. But once I started getting my size, I was like, yeah. The coach is like, you ain't running the ball. You can block for the ball. You're not running the ball. But Jerome Bettis, and on the defensive line, the refrigerator man.
Yeah.
From the Bears?
Oh, yeah.
William Perry.
Woo.
William Perry.
That's my team. I'm from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's cool.
We're okay with that, I guess.
You guess.
But, yeah.
I love both answers.
Yeah. Both incredible players, both Hall of Famers.
Yep.
Yes.
So where does this go for you? Like, where do you see this? You just said, if you can believe it, you can achieve it.
Oh, yeah.
Is this like, I'm going to do this for a few years and it's going to be a great story to tell my kids and my grandkids? Or is there more to this? Is this something that you're hoping really takes off? Like, what is this for you?
So for me, I plan on using this as, honestly, this is a great opportunity to showcase my skills and capabilities. So if there happen to be a team of higher status that looks at me, okay. If not, I'm going to have a great season, a couple of seasons with the Gunslingers, hopefully. I do plan on
Unless you get traded.
getting past. Oh no, getting past camp, and I'm gonna do my best to stay on this team and just grind it out. I'm gonna put a stint in the Gunslingers to where everybody in San Antonio knows the name William Richardson IV.
Awesome.
Nice.
And can we talk about your moving business that
Yeah,
you
I was
have?
just about to say, let's
Well, I
plug,
took the words out of your mouth.
let's
Oh,
plug
yeah.
what you do outside of practicing, getting ready for Gunslinger season. What are you doing right now?
Well, I have my own little company. It's very small, continuously growing. It's called Boss Hogg Moving Company. You could check it out on Facebook. Hopefully, maybe I can give you guys the link, and you could put it in on the video at the bottom or something.
Yeah, we can do something like that.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's small. I try to be really affordable and also knowledgeable of everybody's different circumstances.
Sure.
And, I try to be lenient and I'm providing a great service to help move your furniture.
Sure.
Anything that you need moved, we can do it. Whether that's waste or whether that's furniture from your home. You're moving to a different city, we can also do that. And it's different rates. I know a lot of people have been asking me, how much do you charge? It's based on the mileage between the pickup location and drop off, and also
They just
how
need to
many
get with you
bedrooms.
as far as
Right.
the
Do
estimate
you have a
and all that
phone
good
number or
stuff.
something?
Yes. My phone number for the company is 210-324-9238.
And if you've ever moved and used movers before, you know. And if you've ever moved and if you've moved and you've never used movers before,
Huge
you
difference.
need to know.
Yeah,
Like,
huge difference.
I've done it one time in my life. My last move was with movers, and I'll never move another way.
Right.
Right.
Like that they know what they're doing. They get it done. They make your move a lot easier. It's worth
And
the
faster.
dollars that you put
True.
in. I mean, it's worth the money.
And I know a lot of men, like my husband, he's like, oh, I'm strong, big guy, and he is.
He is.
And we moved, but then he like called into work for the next 2-3 days. I
Yeah.
mean, he was
Oh, yeah.
so sore, you know. So we always go with the mover. So from now on, we're going with you, though. I can tell you that.
And that's Boss Hogg.
Boss
Moving?
Hogg Moving Company. You can look it up on Facebook.
Yeah, find him on Facebook. If you're planning a move or you know somebody that is, then they need to go with William, with a gunslinger.
Or if you're like a realtor and you need to have a secure, solid movers, boom.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Just everybody that you sell. Every time you sell a house, you need to be like, hey, when you move,
Yes, right.
I know who you
Yeah,
need
they
to
have to
some
call.
move
great
into that
movers.
house. So.
Yeah, they got
That's
to
right.
move.
They got to move out of
yeah.
one house and then move into another house. And
So-
you said you take trash too, right? So,
Yeah.
So there you go.
Some people, they have backyards filled with like that. Some, I don't know why, but some houses in Texas, they actually have a lot of
Junk.
like debris. No, not really junk, but more so like trees that like sometimes a person can buy a house and the whole backyard will be like a forest.
Right.
Oh, that's true.
And I'll come in there, I'll cut the limbs and pull out all the brush and take it to the dump.
Oh, wow.
Gotcha.
So it's like a 2-in-1 service.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So go find William and then his crew, because you got a crew that helps you out, yeah? You got a truck?
Not yet. I'm
Okay.
also looking for investors for that.
There you
to
go.
help me get a truck.
There you go.
There you go. Somebody to invest and help him find a moving truck so that he can continue building that business. So March seems like a long way off. I think I say this on every show at some point. March seems like it's a long way off. It's really not.
It's not.
What are you looking forward to the most getting into the season?
Well, it's just really developing that chemistry, that team chemistry, because no successful team can be successful without chemistry. It's all about how everybody works together. That's where we have that camp through October to December. We're actually going to be, coach is going to be studying everybody's movement and how they work on drills, how they make their cuts, how they make their blocks and stay on their blocks, and how they get past the linemen and everything. He wants to build not just any team, but a perfect team with the perfect players. And not really perfect players, but more so the perfect pieces.
Sure.
Right.
True.
So it's like a puzzle. He's putting together a puzzle, and he's right smack dab in the middle, and he's working around it.
So we
Awesome.
talk about all of the things that are different on the field with the 8-man game as opposed to the 11-man game. But how excited are you about climate-controlled football?
Oh, my goodness.
No rain, no mud.
In Nebraska, oh, my God. Nebraska, I would be playing. It'll be a field full of snow.
I
And
love snow.
they'll shovel the snow, but there's still that layer of ice.
Right?
Yeah.
As soon as you step on the field and your cleats hit that grass and you hear the ice just breaking every little
crunch.
step. Yeah, the little crunch. And then linemen, we got to get in 3-point stance and put our fingers down. And it's like, oh, my goodness, you have to be wearing gloves. So, and then rain. If it's real grass, it's on mud. It gets muddy. Nobody likes that. But indoors is awesome.
Excellent.
It really is.
Well, he's William Richardson. He's going to be playing. He's going to be working out. He's going to be working his way toward that field that is not covered in ice and that is not muddy. He's going to be working his way toward that field for the next few months. We're going to be working our way toward that opening day with you. We're really excited about what's going on around the Gunslingers. There's so much that, we were just talking the other day, Leo, that our previous foray into podcasting,
Yep.
by this time of 2018, we know there was going to be a football team in San Antonio.
Barely.
And that's about it.
And that's it. Like, that's all the information we had.
Right.
We didn't know the color scheme. We didn't know they were going to be the Commanders. It wasn't until mid-September that all that happened. So the fact that we have a team, we have players that we're already connecting with, We see the community already gathering around the Gunslingers. We are light years ahead
Oh, for sure.
of where we were last time. And it's just going to keep building from here.
Still time to grow. Snowball. Yep.
So make your plans to come out on Sunday, 10 o'clock, 10 to 2, Live Oak Soccer Zone. And be prepared. Bring a mask. Be prepared to social distance. And bring a fan with you.
Yes, please.
And we will
Be a hero.
make sure that gets the right direction. But there's already things for you to do. You just mentioned, William, that y'all are going to start camps
Yeah.
in October.
Yep.
That's a month away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're going to start camp. So there's lots already going on. I know it seems like March is a long way away. There's plenty to talk about around the Gunslingers. We have had a great time talking to you and learning a little bit about you. We're excited to see what happens on the field. We're excited to watch you get those pancake blocks.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
I learned a new word today, pancakes.
And we are excited to see the Gunslingers win and win and win. We want to get tired of winning.
No, never get tired of winning. I was like, what? No.
I don't know about that.
I
but
want
yeah.
a ring. I want to sport a ring. Let me tell you.
Well, I don't think they're going to give us rings.
I can make one.
guys can get replicas,
I can
though.
get one.
There's
There,
always.
see, there you go, Philip.
Okay.
I'll send you the link.
Yes,
There you
thank
go.
you so much.
Oh,
We can have a competition
Philip.
among the podcasts.
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
winner gets
yes.
a ring.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You hear that?
That would be nice.
You hear that, Tyrone? Tyrone Washington? North Texas Falcons, you hear that?
We're
How
ready.
about a
Hawk.
podcast
We're
ring?
ready.
What's the bird called? We
I
haven't
don't
figured
know.
that
It was a
out.
whistle
Dirty
or
birds.
something, but we don't
Dirty
know.
birds. Let's call them dirty birds. We're going to pluck those birds.
We've had a great time. We really enjoy spending time with you.
Really had a good time.
We can't wait to talk to you again as we get into the football season. We'll see you around, and you'll see us around.
Oh, yeah.
Smokin Gunz Podcast is brought to you by
Texas Sports LMT. Now you're wondering, what does LMT stand for? That's Licensed Massage Therapist.
I wasn't wondering.
You weren't?
No.
Okay, well, if you were.
I've listened to the show before,
Well,
though.
if you were, just in case. So she specializes in sports massage, sports stretch, Swedish, and deep tissue massage. Texas Sports LMT has been in business 8 years and was nominated Best of San Antonio 3 years in a row. Can you believe that?
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, I go to her, so I'll test for that. She's awesome. She works alongside the San Antonio Commanders, making sure they were game day ready at all times. She has also worked and provided sports stretch to numerous players from the NFL and the NFL Combine. Sports stretch is structured to be performed on athletes of any size or stature. It is safe for just about anyone who is looking to gain flexibility in order to perform better on the field, in the gym, and in everyday activities. Give Laura the Tech Sports LMT a call to set up an appointment today at 210-459-0176. Again, call Laura at 210-459-0176. It's how you train. It's how you recover. It's not how you train. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, see, I'm not really an athlete, so that's why. So it's not how you train. It's how you recover. And especially with this COVID, I mean, a massage.
Right.
I go once a month. She comes over actually to my house
Right.
and gives me a massage. So I need that. That's sort of like my mental day, my self wellness. You know.
I gotcha. We all need that.
Yes, we do.
And Laura
Yeah,
can help
from
you
time
make
to
that
time.
happen.
For sure. So give her a call.
Smokin Gunz Podcast is also brought to you by Always Green Lawns of San Antonio. In San Antonio, artificial grass lawns are an incredibly popular addition for many types of commercial and residential applications. Their turf is child and pet friendly,
And pet friendly.
which means that either of them can poop on it and you can rinse that off.
Yes, that's right.
Either your
happens.
children
That happens.
or your
All
or
the
your
time.
pets.
Believe me.
They designed top-of-the-line putting golf greens, state-of-the-art landscaping, lawn turfs for daycare centers, schools, parks, public walkways, shopping malls, apartment complexes. They can also come out and check out your lawn and figure out how they're going to make your lawn look beautiful year-round with minimal amount of effort from you, which is
Right.
what we all need.
Exactly.
Yes.
They provide a look and feel superior to any other synthetic grass on the market, offering top quality at great prices to San Antonio and the surrounding areas. Imagine doing away with a portion of your home's your home or commercial property maintenance budget while conserving water, saving time, protecting the environment. Save money, save time, help the environment. it's a product that ultimately pays for itself.
Most definitely.
With the time and the effort. You don't have to fertilize anymore. You don't have to
Cut the grass.
You don't have to resod. You don't have to
edge.
do all of that stuff anymore. This is the perfect time to call Always Green Synthetic Lawns to upgrade your lawn. Their phone number is 210-413-1034. Call Always Green Lawns of San Antonio. They'll come out. They'll give you an estimate on what it's going to take to have a beautiful yard year-round with no work from you. Always Green Lawns of San Antonio. We are wrapping up there. That's the end of our show again for another couple of weeks. We're going to come back together right here at the beginning of September. By then, we will have seen the combine.
Yep.
That's right.
We will
And be
have
there.
seen some players. We will have collected some fans and met some of you that are listening right now and headed over to Walmart or headed over to Lowe's to pick up a couple of fans so that
Right.
you can donate to somebody.
Community project.
So, yeah. So that's going to wrap up where we are. We could not be more thankful to our patrons, Iris and Mo Ferrante.
Ferrante.
I did it. I did
You got
it.
it.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Herman Robles or
Herman.
Herman.
Alba Nava, Jason Torres, of course, the owner
Yes.
of the Gunslingers, who believes in us enough to hand us a little bit of money every week to make this go. And you can be on that list too. We talked about it a little earlier, but go to www.patreon.com/SmokinGunzPod. That's smoking with no G.
No G
Yeah.
and
And a
And
Z at
guns
the
with
end.
a Z.
Z, guns
Yeah.
with the Z.
And pod. And
POD.
you can be part of that list of folks that help us make this show go. Remember, if you're looking for evidence that football works in San Antonio, like we've seen football work in Houston.
Yeah.
There's an NFL team there. There's a college team there that's
And in
pretty
Dallas
good.
too, I think.
We've seen football work in Dallas. There's an awesome football team there with an amazing history. Greatest team in football,
I have
really.
no idea who you're talking about.
and then there's some college up in there. But if you need evidence that that football will work here in San Antonio, it's not the North Texas Falcons.
Oh, definitely
No,
not.
no.
It's not the what was it? The Space City Heat or whatever we saw kind of leaking out
Right.
today. It's not the El Paso Buccaneers. It's the San Antonio Gunslingers.
That's right.
And if you need evidence that football works in San Antonio, you don't need to look any further than San Antonio for the food, for the football, the fans,
The fun.
the tailgate, the fun. You don't need to
family.
look any farther for proof that football works in San Antonio than the Smokin Gunz.
That's true. Bang, bang.